All right. It's another Wednesday evening CNC Hangout, and we are going to chew the CNC fat tonight. It's just me, Liberty, and Julianne tonight. So, Andy Bird's going to come on in a little while too. He's going to drop by because we got to talk about this Purple Heart thing, all these donations that you guys made, and the the files that you bought for the Purple Heart donation. So we'll talk about that a little bit. So let's see. We had a technical difficulty just before the show. I had to reboot my computer. So it was like 26 seconds I was able to get back on here to get on the show. So, okay. Well, I'm going to bring the ladies up front. And so y'all know who this is, Liberty and Julianne, and Liberty's going to be punching in some links for you all tonight. So you want to watch. We're going to be talking about a few things that are coming up, a new product release. You want to get on the sign up for that. And we got a special we're going to be doing tonight, little flash discount. And also want to remind y'all that we got Black Friday going on the IDC Woodcraft website. I mean, stuff's already going out the door. You got to kind of move. Liberty, we're shipping a bunch of stuff, aren't we?
That would actually be more of a question for my assistant. He's been handling that while I've been handling the massive emails and taking care of myself.
Yeah, that's right. Liberty's not been feeling good. Actually, I haven't either. I've got this chest thing has been going around and kind of it's just kind of anyway. That's what we got. So let's see. Kyle is coming on next week, Vectric Master, right? So be ready for that. We'll send out an email for that. So Jack in the shop keeps saying, when is IDC Man going to come back? So I was like asking, well, we got to come up with a video, right? So I need video ideas for the IDC Man. Yeah, the damsel in distress, an IDC Man flies in. So anyway, okay. Well, let's see. We're gonna park you in the back there, Julie. Anything you gotta announce, Julianne? Anything you need to?
Well, when would you like to announce the flash sale? Because technically, I have the discount running from 8 to midnight.
Oh well, let's see if folks want it right now or not. They'll have to put in the comments if they want it right now.
Let me know.
Okay, yeah, just say yes for the flash sale, or say yes, and then she'll do it, and I'll show you what it is. I got to get things fired up here. I'm actually going to run it so you'll see what we're doing. They're gonna run it. So yeah, now, yes, flash, yes.
Okay.
All right,
you guys.
Well, I'm going to show them first.
Yeah.
So let's start with the machine in place here. Okay. And we're going to open up my other camera. Okay. So this is a bit that we haven't flash sailed before. Actually, we don't do a whole lot with this bit. So you'll have to bring this one online here. Bring the screen up. All right. So the bit right here, it's already in the machine. I can't really get the camera a whole lot closer. So that's a 150-degree V bit, and so this is for large V carving projects. And what I'm going to do is, so I just designed a quick star on this to show you. This is a 5.5 inch. It's a what?
Just carry what you can.
What's that? Oh, it's a 2x6, right? Piece of 2x6. So we're just going to fire this up. Let you guys watch this because you can see how big of a star this thing can run. Or when you're doing this is for really big projects. So there we go. Yeah, so this is for those really, really big projects. So this is a 5-inch star that I'm carving. There we go. All right, so that's the bit that we are putting. You can bring me back up. All right, let me bring Liberty back up too. So that's pretty cool. So that's the bit. It's a 1.5 inch diameter, 150-degree V bit, and it's going to be 15% off up until when, Julianne? Midnight.
Up until midnight Eastern tonight.
Okay. All right. There you go.
The
All right.
code on the bottom of your screen that you see ticking by.
Yeah,
this code, like.
How deep is the middle of the star? The big stiffy. So that's the name I gave it a long time ago. I don't know. I'll have to measure it. See how it's actually not that deep. I'm going to say maybe 1/4 of an inch. I can get an eyeball measure on this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's about.
Garrett, your audio is out again. Garrett, can you hear me?
Hold on. Let me see if I can.
You can hear me, Julianne, right?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
This is like charades.
I will say with the middle of the star, you can always set a max depth on all of your V-carves. And that'll keep them from becoming too deep, because I know I've had a lot of like broader images that I didn't really want to just do an outline of. But again, you don't want it to be like, 2 inches deep if it's too big. So you can always set a max depth. Oh, a comedy night. Yeah.
So this one is the pizza peel cutter.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is the pizza peel cutter.
Yep. We're actually going to have a wonderful blog post about such a project pretty soon.
Yeah, I don't know why my thing keeps dropping out like that. We're gonna have to get some. So where did it drop out at?
You said, how deep is the star?
Oh, okay. Guys, just kick me out. If I blank out, kick me out, and I'll know that there's an issue going on. So the star was about 1/4 inch deep, and let's see, just bought the 120-degree bit. Just wondering the difference. Yeah, well, there's actually it's a big difference. The 30-degree difference between the two bits. So, and the 150 is much wider. I'm gonna pull that off and I'll show that to you. Anyway, go ahead and talk. Liberties or Julianne.
Yep, we were chit-chatting a little bit. I'm looking for any more like little comments or something I can bring in. That would look awesome on a Texas flag.
This one's always a good one. Like our videos.
Yeah, don't forget to like our video. Oh, I will say this while you're kind of listening, Garrett, but you're also doing something. We've had this comment a couple of times, and I will say that I always try and have YouTube open as well. There's an ad that typically plays, which delays everybody about, I want to say 10 to 15 seconds plus. And a couple of people were asking if we could do some sort of like just waiting a minute for everybody to get in, or some sort of hellos before we're talking about the sale, because I think a couple people missed the sale to the first mention, but now they've heard about it. But I will say there is a bit of a delay before you get into too much info, Garrett.
Okay.
Working late in the shop, listening along. Hello.
Barry, what's going on? Okay. Let's see, where was I? Okay. So there's the bit, 1.5 inch wide. That's the one I just used. So it's 150 degree. So this is yeah, it's a nice bit.
It's a big boy.
Did y'all notice the clamps that I'm using on my?
I did.
Oh, yeah. So we'll bring the extra camera back up again. I wonder if that causes it.
Probably.
Good. Well, just bump me out. Like,
I was going to say, I'm popping myself out that way. We don't have to lag.
okay. We've been working for a while for with new clamps. I've been looking for clamps for the last about 2 to 3 years, thinking if I should, to design my own, because all the clamps out there just weren't satisfactory. And finally, someone approached me. A company approached me and said they had this prototype, and they brought it in, and Liberty and I were sitting there watching it and working with it. And these things are great. I mean, you can see how small of a footprint they are. And is my audio going out again? Okay. Yeah, but so these are little tiny. They're like only 1 inch wide, and they're called the Edge Hugger. And you can see that the screw goes straight down right from the edge of the part, and so the entire clamp, the entire screw the force is being applied directly down to on the material. So this is rated up to 1,000 psi per clamp. And generally you'll get about 250 pounds. So that's it. It's only 1 inch wide. It's got about a 0.2 step that comes over the top of the material and about 0.2 inward like that. So it comes as a kit. Wait a minute, I gotta get this kit over here. Comes with a kit, so you have different screw lengths like that, and then I'm putting together a video for it now. So this can do from 1/4 inch to 1.5 inches. So this is not available yet, but it's going to be available from IDC only. Strictly, you can bring me back up. Yeah, you can bring me and Liberty back up. Okay, there we go. So that's we invested in this development of this. So this is IDC Woodcraft's the only company that's going to have that. It's going to be it's a patented clamp. So super cool. They work really, really well. When Liberty, what did you think about when we were testing it?
I thought they were really cool. I haven't gotten a chance to truly perform with them. But I loved the tests we did on it and was impressed with the quality and the hold. Yeah. Yeah. And I want my own set for the studio.
Yep. We'll get it. The question was, what's it made of? So it's a really high grade engineering thermoplastic resin, and it is fiberglass reinforced. So it had to go through a couple of renditions to get it to work in the plastic material. So there's a lot of research done on that. We're keeping the specific grade of plastic quiet. So it's took quite a bit of work to actually get that. So anyway, so if you're using clamps like this, who's got clamps that are using like this? Put them in the comment if you're using these kind of clamps. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you'll see the link in there. Julianne just put in. It says the Edge Hugger. So that's a sign up page. So if you get on that page for this clamp, you'll be the first to know as soon as we release it, and we will do a 10% discount on that. So make sure you get on that list if you want that, and it's going to go pretty quick because these are really, really cool. Okay. This morning, a few of you might have jumped on, and I got up at 4:00 this morning, just woke up, and I got this 3D model we've had for a while of the IDC Woodcraft logo. That guy right there. And so finally, I was making the video to demonstrate these clamps. And I said, okay, well, let's just do the IDC Woodcraft 3D model logos. Liberty, you haven't seen this yet, have you?
Mm-mm.
Julianne didn't see that either.
Wow.
So that's really cool. And yeah, so anyway, yeah, we're going to make this available to you for free. So anybody can make it. I was thinking this morning, so it was about a 2-hour live show, watching it carve out. So I did the roughing out with the beast, and then they used the fine detail taper ball nose. So this is cool. Red oak. I went and bought some stain because I didn't want it to be red, and it turned out red anyway. So let's see. Did I take a nap this afternoon since your early morning live show? Yeah, I actually did. I also wasn't feeling good. Okay. So yeah, if you guys want this, Julianne, is it live on the website? Or just give them a download link, or when we'll make it live on the website eventually. And then you guys just get it for free, and you can make it all you want. So it's cool, pretty cool. So we got Andy has just popped in, Andy Bird, and
Andy.
So okay, so we're going to talk about the Purple Heart project, and so let's bring the entire team up. So Julianne and hello, Andy. What's going on, bro?
Hey, I made it.
Yeah,
I made it. How are you?
Hello.
thanks for coming on board. So Andy messaged me today, and he said, "Hey, he knows that we've been doing some stuff for the Purple Heart project, so to raise some funds for it." And so Andy did something too. But Julianne, will you explain what the Purple Heart project is and why we're doing it, what we're doing, how we're,
Sure. Let me get this last link in and saved, and we are good. So, actually, kind of Andy's story is a little bit the same as ours. We both ran into this lovely group of guys at the Texas Woodworking Festival, and their group is a nonprofit whose goal is to bring combat wounded veterans, whether it be physically wounded or having mentally been wounded in combat, bringing them into a woodworking space to give them a, I guess you would say, more serene purpose, being able to calm down that inner turmoil and translate it into a woodworking project. So, yeah. Short, sweet, to the point. So we both ended up meeting these guys. They made quite a big impact on us, as well as they do an impact on everybody else. So that's kind of why they captured my attention and why I wanted to start the donations toward that, getting them on our rotation. So yeah.
all right.
Nice.
Yeah. And so for Veterans Day, we sold the Wavy Flag file. Right. It's no longer available. It won't be available again until Memorial Day. And all the proceeds to that, I originally said 75% of the proceeds for that. And then I just changed it. So let's just do 100% of the proceeds of that file will be donated to the Purple Heart Project. So how much, how many files were sold? How much did we, because a bunch of folks bought it.
That was, let's see, I don't know, I can't remember the specific number, how many files, but it was like $1,300 worth of file sales, and the file's only like $395, so quite a few.
Yeah, that's like over 300 files. So that's cool. So roughly 1,300 to 1,500. So we'll, what do you say, ladies? What should we add on top of that?
I was going to say, 3K, 3,000 in total.
Sounds pretty good to me.
3K total?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, a bunch of people donated to that last time. So the reason we have Andy on board, so Andy, why don't you
Yeah, hey, you got it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So you're doing something for the Purple Heart Project too, but
Yeah.
you might want to give the lead up to this. So
Yeah, for sure. Let me introduce kind of where this all originated and what we're trying to do. So I've actually, I've met just like Julianne said, we met them at the Texas Woodworking Festival. I actually met them last year as well. So I met them 2 years in a row. And I've always had it in the back of my mind to how to do something creative to support them. So if you didn't know, I've been doing some bit testing videos. And one of, long story short, one of the major feedback I got from the first video I did was, hey, can you test bit longevity? Like cutting so many parts, and not just like a strength test or like durability test, but like longevity. So my team and I, Eric and Miranda and I, just kind of were brainstorming, and we were like, okay, well, let's create something useful, and at first it was like, we'll give it away. And then it was like, okay, well, we could sell it. And then I was like, but how do we not waste the material that we're testing on? So I designed this tray myself, super simple. And each one is numbered on the back and signed by me. So what we did, yeah. So Garrett, you have number 436 out of 450.
all right, this is a bit tray, so it's a little bit holder tray.
Yep. So here, real quick.
There you go.
So we actually designed hey, you did the same thing. Look, I got maybe the same bit in there.
Yeah, I got the beast in there.
Yeah, I grabbed a ball nose.
Okay.
So, but yeah, so there's just really cool something that we tested. So if you haven't seen that video, you can go watch that video. You can actually, if you're really ambitious, you can go watch the 20 hours of live stream that we did. Making all these, literally 20 hours of live streaming. But so the whole point is that we've made 450 of these testing bits, and we are selling them for $10 a piece. And for all the proceeds go to the Purple Heart Project. So we have 450 of them. If we sell all 450, that's $4,500. And maybe I'll round up like Garrett and, round it off to an even 5K donation to the Purple Heart Project.
There you go.
So it's a win-win-win. You get something useful in your shop, goes right on your workbench. All the money goes towards the Purple Heart Project. And you get to watch a really cool video of us testing longevity of bits.
Yeah, that was an interesting video. So you did Jenny, you did CIC, and you did Spatula.
We did. So, and it's interesting. We put a lot of, just like you all, you know this, but just for the audience, put a ton of thought into these videos, and try to make it as fair as possible. And I'm in a unique place to do this because I no longer sell bits. And so I don't, quote unquote, have a dog in the fight. And I'm able just to test them and show the results. So, how we got to those 3 bits, Garrett, you'll know, IDC was in the first one. But I asked my Discord community. I grouped all the bits into 3 categories, 3 different budgets, and I said, "You all choose. I want to test a budget bit, a mid-tier bit, and a premium bit.
Mm-hmm.
But you all choose which one it was, and those were the ones that came out on top." So that's how we. You give the people what they want, right?
Yeah.
But I am here, and IDC performed extremely well in our first, which I was on since then, and we talked about that.
Yeah.
The overall winner of our first bit, and I actually got some comments in the second video about why wasn't IDC in here? Why wasn't IDC? I'm like, geez, I can't win.
Right. Well, that's what your community said. So, folks, anyway, so we got a link in the comments there for this $10. Buy a couple of these things, and all the proceeds are going to Purple Heart. So collectively, if we can get all 450 of these sold, and IDC is going to dump in $3K, that'd be $4,500. So $5,000 from Andy, because he's going to throw an extra $500. So that'd be $8,000 that we'd be able to donate to these guys next week. They're coming in town next week, right?
Yep. I gotta pin down the day, but yeah, we'll be able to hand that check straight to him.
All right.
That'd be
So
super cool. If we could probably arrange something, I'm not far away, where I could hand deliver. If we can get these sold, I will hand deliver a $5,000 check to them as well. So,
all right.
Yeah.
We'll do it together. We'll see if we can. We'll take them out to the chop house or something. Or we'll
there we go. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Cool.
Well, yeah. So that's what's going on here. Our tramming bar is going to be coming out shortly. We got the labeling that we have to finish up. So those are coming in later, and that those clamps, the clamps I was just showing y'all. So the Edge Hugger clamps.
Got a quick question for Andy. How many of those trays do you have left?
So we have, last I checked, right around 400 left. So we've sold 50. And that's why I texted Garrett today and I said, Garrett, help me out, brother.
Yep.
We need to do this for our veterans. And he said, let's do it. So,
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You know, I'll send an email out to the insiders list too.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah. We'll Julian, make a note. We'll put that. We'll
Gotcha. As I said, let's all also give a little shout out to James here. He's a Purple Heart recipient, and he wants to say thank you to us and Andy for our support, or the support.
All right, James. Cool.
Sure.
So happy for that. So
yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Glad to do it.
Yep. All right. So, Andy, you gonna hang out, or you got to truck out? It was kind of an ad hoc invite with Andy, so it's up to him if he wants to stick around or not.
Well, I don't want to intrude. That's what I came for, is to tell people about the really cool project we're working on. But I don't have anywhere to be, so if you want me here, or you can just boot me off. It's
there. All right. We'll hang out as long as you want. And okay. So first of all, Kyle is next week. We're doing the 15% flash sale on the 150-degree V-bit. Where did I put that darn thing? So there it is. This big bad boy right there. And then let's see, the Purple Heart, Andy's thing. Right.
A couple people have asked. The discount code is circling down here on the bottom for that bit.
Yeah,
Big
that's
sticky.
and that's only good till tonight. And this file is available to you guys for free.
Nice.
All right. Okay. Let's rock on. That was quite
right.
a while. Let's start.
I'll be in the back.
All right. Okay. Bring it on,
You want
Liberty.
to start in on questions?
Yep.
All right. I have numbered all of my bits in my Vectric tool database, and I want to make an array of 50 quarter-inch holes, 5 columns by 5 rows. Then sequentially number each hole starting at 100, going up to 150. What's the best way to do that?
So, all right. I want you to bring that question next week because what he wants to do is he wants to do the number and the sequential numbering. So it looks like he's doing a tray, and he wants to have his bit in each tray with the right number. There is a tool, but I've not used it in the Vectric software.
As I say, as far as the shapes, I know you can use an array toolpath to easily get the layout that you want.
Yeah.
As far as the number, I know there's something, I think, but I haven't utilized it. So off the top of my head, I do not know.
I haven't either. So, but I'll show you all real quick. So we'll just do a quick share. And okay, so you want to do the array of the holes. I'll show you how to do the array first. First of all, we're going to go into circle, and we're going to set our hole size to 0.25, and I'm set on diameter. And we'll just put a quarter-inch circle right there and close that. So now we got the quarter-inch circle right there. And now we're going to do the array. We'll do a 25 by 25 array. So we're going to select the circle, Down here where it says offset and layout, you want to go to the second thing where it says array copy. Select that, and then if we're going to do 25 rows and 25 columns, then we just got to set that up to 25 and 25. And then we just set our offset or our gap. So the gap is the distance between the furthest most vector of one and the vector of the other. So it's like the spacing between the two. And the offset is the distance from center to center. So we'll do offset, and I'll set the offset at 0.5 and 0.5. 0.5, and copy and close, and there they are. So that's what we got there. As far as the number array, when we go down into the offset and layout, is these last two icons here. And I have not messed with them. So I really can't give you any guidance on them. But I know that they're like for, like if you do like nameplates, and each plate has a different name, but it's got all the other information on the plate that's the same, then that's what you use. So next week, Kyle's going to be here. That's a great question for Kyle.
Kyle's
All
the man.
right.
Yeah. Yep. Kyle is the man.
Have you ever done a clock project video?
I have not. You, Andy? Andy, you did, didn't you?
I haven't done a clock. Nope.
Okay. I thought
Our resident videographer would love a clock video. So when I saw that comment, I added it to my Carve miss list.
All right. Cool.
Nice.
Question: why do you guys not have an intro video? Okay, we already touched on that. Meow, meow, meow. On the topic of V-bits, can we discuss chip load and how to calculate it and how it differs from an end mill chips?
Yeah, that's a little tougher. So the idea of chip load is the amount of, for those that don't know, chip load is the amount of chip that the flute and the bit can handle before it packs, right? So there's a kind of it's kind of theoretical, kind of calculated type of number, but we want to start off with a certain chip load. So as far as V-bits, that gets quite a bit trickier to work with. First of all, with V-bits, it's not as critical because the V-bits are a channel like this. And so as it's cutting, there's plenty of room for the chips to fly out. So generally, chip load on V-bits is not that big of an issue unless you're using the knife blade style bits. All right, and so we got chip load values. I don't know if we had them for that or not, but it would be on the phone app, I believe. So it's such a weird way to. I mean, obviously it's a good question, but again, you're getting that V shape, so you're going to get better chip clearance than you are from a box type of shape. All right.
Yeah, I think Garrett, I would have said the same thing. I never chip load with V-bits. I haven't messed with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not the best answer. But chip load becomes much more important when you're dealing with straight cutters like end mills and stuff like that.
Yep.
Okay.
Fizz. Question: are y'all planning on any small 10-degree bullnose bits? I use the 0.25 millimeter 1/8" shank for regular guitar inlays.
10-degree. I stay away from those shallow angles because they break so easily.
Hey, Cody.
Who's on board?
Cody.
Oh, hey, Cody. What's going on? Cody, the Jenny bit maker. So no, we're not working towards those bits. I don't have a big call for that type of bit. So you're working on guitar inlays. I'd be kind of curious to know what you're doing. You know, send us an email and show me what you're doing. If it's a tool that I can see a market for, right? When it comes to business, you know, we there's a lot of, we got to be careful. We can't just custom make everything we want to. So it's a lot of work. Hey, Andy, what do you think about this one?
Oh, geez. Send
Right,
it
so
to me. I'll
this
test
is
it.
Yeah, this is a more of a custom bit, but this is going to be for a specific market. So,
Okay.
I was gonna say, is that the ice one?
yeah, that's for ice milling.
Yeah. What's the length on that? 6 inches, maybe?
That's a 5.5 inch flute.
Yeah.
8 inch overall, half inch diameter.
I
Okay.
wonder. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Do either of you anticipate a Black Friday sale from CNC Labs?
No. CNC Labs does not do Black Friday. They do not do sales at all.
There you go.
Michael, question. How do you smooth out the pocket after using the Beast bit? A finishing bit. The Beast
Right.
bit is a roughing bit. It is meant to clear out a lot of material and save your finishing bits from going dull any faster than they need to. So you run through on a finishing bit. I would say put on an offset when you do your roughing pass. And that way you
Yeah,
have just a little bit more to clear up.
Pocket allowance, I believe, right?
Off allowance, yeah.
Yeah, pocket allowance. So you offset it a little bit when you're doing all the roughing. Don't go to the full depth, just shy of the depth. And then when Liberty's saying a finishing bit, because some people don't always know what that means, it's your regular up cut, down cut on mill. So once you got the nice clean edges all the way around.
Or a compression.
Yeah, compression. By the way, this was one we're going to be bringing out shortly too. It's a 3/8 down, bowl down cutting bowl nose.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. Got lots of stuff we're coming out with. All right, what's next?
All right. Quick question from Michael. You mentioned the Texas Woodworking Show. Do they have one in the North Carolina area? I have no idea.
They've got the Workbench Con in Georgia.
Oh, yeah. I guess
Workbench
it's close.
Convention. That's not quite a show. I don't know Liberty. You've been to both of them, so what's the difference? Or Andy, you've been to both of them too.
Yeah. Let's see, there's one I'm thinking of too. Yeah, I would think. I mean, Workbench Con is for people. I mean, woodworkers, but it's more like content creators. Where the Texas Woodworking Show is like a show that you would think of, like it's woodworker. It's for woodworkers.
Workbench Con is?
No, the Texas Woodworking.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Are we going to Texas next year? Liberty, Julian? Are we doing the Texas?
Are we going to Texas?
Are we doing that show again next year?
Well, it's actually in my notes to discuss upcoming conferences for 2026. It's right here.
All right.
So more than
Beautiful.
likely, yes.
Cool.
Yeah. We'll see.
The other one to consider is what IDF. Yeah, in Atlanta.
Say again?
Or IWF. IWF?
IWF.
Yeah,
IWF?
IWF is in Atlanta next.
Yeah.
It's every other year. So this is 2026 is IWF year.
Yeah, IWF is a much
We should
bigger
definitely do IWF.
show. All right, next question.
All right. Can anybody, you made a video using Vectric for text over text with text chamfer edges and, pardon me, cursive letters.
Oh, so, okay. Yeah, I know exactly what you're asking. I have actually tried to do this. So
It's a
you have
mouthful.
you have flat depth. You have the V carving at the flat depth that you can do letters at the taper. But when you're doing stacked text, that gets a lot harder. And I have not figured out a way to do that. Andy, have you know what we're talking about here?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I've never, believe it or not. Well, actually, I take that back. I made some bar signs 4 or 5 years ago, and that's the only time that I've messed with it. But no, I didn't make a video of that. It was a custom. It was a commission job. So
Okay. All right. So no videos on that. I've racked my brain to try to do that.
Kyle's gonna be here next week, right?
Yep. There you go. Bring it on for Kyle next week. All right. Next one.
All right. Andy, when you were performing your bit testing, did you measure the bit's shaft diameters to see if that was why some of the bits were slipping?
Yeah, this is a great question. And Mark, you must have watched the live stream because I had some issues with bits slipping in the collet, which super weird in that scenario because it was relatively light work. Anyways, yes, we did measure the shanks of the bits just in case there was some difference. But if you think about how a collet works, in a collet nut, as you tighten that collet nut, it is cinching around that shaft. So even if there was a slight variance, like we're talking thousandths, that collet, as long as it isn't loose in there, right? It should be able to compensate as you're tightening that.
Right.
So actually, it's really interesting. If you don't mind me sharing, I learned a lot. And Garrett, I know, in your former career with machining, you ran into this, but so what I ended up doing to fix it is I cleaned everything with 90% alcohol, rubbing alcohol, like everything, collet nut, collet, bit shanks, up inside the collet, because dust can get packed up inside.
Up in the spindle. Yep.
Spindle. And I think that was the problem.
Okay. That would make sense.
I was cleaning my collet like there was nothing in my collet, no dust, the typical things. And I'm like, why is this slipping? And I think I had some dust packed up inside the spindle.
And that would throw so folks, this is such a good point. Yeah. Because we're meeting two tapers, and those tapers need to meet. And if you have any debris in between those tapers, you're gonna skew that collet. And so now you're losing your, like what Andy said, it's cinching. It's a circle coming down, but now we're kind of twisting that circle. It's not grabbing as much. So when you're cleaning your collet, you also want to get, I'd like to use Scotch-Brite to clean up inside the spindle.
Yeah. So I learned something new. And when I did that, because I had cleaned things the way I had always cleaned them. Right. And I had never had any issues. It was baffling what was happening. And so after I cleaned everything extremely well and didn't have another issue. So.
All right, cool. There you go, folks. So, I preach it a lot. Clean out your collet. Right? But what I don't preach enough of is clean out the spindle too.
Yep. Yeah. Where that collet inserts.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Let's roll on.
All right. Jay, I know you're Vectric pros. Any chance you could get a Carveco pro to join you guys for a night for us Carveco pros? Timber Falls or Hamilton. We have had Hamilton join us in the past.
Yeah, we haven't had Hamilton actually run through Carveco though. Let's see if we can talk to him and find Timber Falls.
Had Kevin on for Carveco.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So let's work that out. That's actually a good idea. So we need a Carveco expert on here. So we'll get that going. We'll get that in our notes. Julianne's writing it down.
Recommended masking tapes for CA hold down. Andy test ?
Yeah, send me all your test ideas. I guess that's what we'll do, test everything. I don't know. Do you have any thoughts, Garrett?
For testing?
No, as far as the question. The question was masking, right?
Masking tape. Yep.
Oh, which masking tape to use?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, we got masking tape at IDC, so we got the PWR masking tape. I already had on in-house a bunch of the Scotch painter's tape. All right, so I'm still running this out, but we've got the yellow stuff. So yeah, we got it here online on the website. So I don't know if we sell the rolls independently.
Mm-hmm. We do.
Okay, I'll put a link in there. You can get that. You can get it from IDC.
And Expressen has some as well, and we have an affiliate with them.
Yep, and we have we have CA glue as well. So we have PWN CA glue. All right, and right now we're doing a Black Friday sale. So Black Friday is running at IDC Woodcraft. So the way our Black Friday is, if your order is 120 or more, you're getting free shipping, and you're getting 2 free bits. We're getting 2/8 upcut, 1/8 upcut bits.
Upcut 1/8. Yeah.
If your order is $250, it's free shipping, the 2 bits, and the 4 trivet files that Liberty designed, the potholder files. And then if your order is $420 or more, then you get the bits, the files, the bowl cap, while the supplies are lasting. This guy right there, and free shipping. Once the bowl cap runs out, then you'll start getting the mug. On the back says "Feed the machine." That was Liberty's little slogan. We were kind of trying to figure it out. We were batting our heads for a while. We were in a meeting, and Liberty just blurted it out: "Feed the machine." It was like, oh, that's it.
I was like, we just need to feed the machine.
Right.
Yeah, let it eat.
Eat all the bits it wants to. All right. So a couple of things I wanted to bring up since we were talking about cleaning collets. Precision Bits sells Collet Care Cleaner. And Cody uses Break Clean on everything, industrial and hobby machines alike. And then having some sort of like pipe cleaning brush works well in collets and stuff, different sizes for different sizes of collets.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, I
And
went
then
down the wrong way there. Had to mute out for a second.
you're good. You're good. And then I know there was one more that had right along to do with that. Oh, well, I guess we'll run across it. Anyways. All right, Garrett, you mentioned a stain this morning that looks metallic. Do you have that recommendation for us?
Yeah, I do not. I got the business card over there, I think. So I'm going to go over and take a look. So that when I was at the, excuse me. When I was at the last show I was at, there was a booth where the guy, he had this, it's not stain. It's like a powder or something he puts on. He didn't demonstrate it, but he had a bunch of pieces of wood, and they're all coated, so they looked like different. They looked like different metals, like brass or brushed brass. It was so cool. I'm gonna go.
I wonder if it was some sort of like mica powder thing.
I think it was a powder that he used, but I'm gonna see if I can find my business card over there. I think I got it over there.
That is your mission, because I'm intrigued, and I would kill to get some metallic stain on my projects.
Yeah, it'd be a cool look.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any particular epoxy recommendation for a beginner? Have you messed with epoxy much, Andy?
I have.
Do you have a favorite?
Total Boat. I've used a lot of the other ones, and Total Boat is a little pricey, but it is the easiest to use that I've used, and it's the most forgiving. So yeah, that's why I like them. What about you?
I've played with Total Boat and one other. I can't remember the name of it though. Super Clear, thank you. I was like, down at her like, Julianne, please. I knew she'd know. And super clear. I don't have anything bad to say so far. They seemed to be easy enough for me to work with. Like, I didn't seem to have any terrible, like, oh my gosh, I should be an expert before I use this issues.
Right.
So.
So Total Boat is designed for marine.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yes.
So that's why. So it's you can keep that in mind too. So it's designed to handle extra stuff. All right. Go ahead.
They also have they featured it just, I think it was this week, a rotten wood penetrating epoxy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep. So anyway,
I've got some pieces for that.
fun stuff.
All right. Okay, I have a Beast Rougher that's about a year old. Works great, but a lot of discoloration or buildup on the flutes. Best way to clean?
Okay. But Ellen said it. Simple green.
Yep. I use super green. Simple green. Simply green, something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever Ellen recommended, we ordered it. And it works pretty well. I've had people send bits back to me like, oh my gosh, my bit's all like ruined, blah, 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 blah. I took some of the Simply Green to it and it was fine. Yeah. It just had like sap buildup on it.
Yeah, the pitch buildup, sap.
Yeah.
Yep, pitch buildup.
Yep. So
Right.
you can get that off Amazon. So I'll go find some for you while you're getting ready to the next question.
All right. What model of VFD comes with the alt mill / long mill spindle option?
I'll take a picture so I can get a closer look at it.
All right. I'll leave that one in there for the moment.
Yeah.
Does a wide body V-bit like the Big Stiffy make bigger letters?
Ooh.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. It
Yes.
can.
Much
It
bigger.
Much bigger?
Much
chunkier?
bigger. So think on the order of signs that are 4 foot by 8 foot. V carved signs that are 4 foot by 8 foot. So yeah,
right.
very big projects you can do. All right, so I'm going to put a link in for the Simple Green.
Okay.
Coming off of Amazon. Okay, there you go. And the VFD, what model is the VFD? So, see, it's a 1.5 kilowatt. It's got 110 volt input, made in China, which all VFDs are going to be. They put their label on it. So it's the CNC Labs H100-1.5 C2-1B, whatever that means. Better thing to do is go to their website and ask there. Get the data there.
All right. So when downloading bit database into Vectric, does it matter what material is selected? I was running some toolpaths and ran into a problem. I couldn't select anything in any other material other than MDF. I thought maple would run slower.
So the database we put together, it's only categorized under one material. All right. So it's if it's under MDF, then it's under MDF. I used to have it under hardwood. It's just where I put it. But we don't, we don't do it across all the materials. If you want to know your different feeds and speeds, get the IDC Woodcraft phone app, right? That's got all your feeds and speeds data, and it's got different lumbers for different wood based on Jenka hardness, and it'll calculate the feeds and speeds for that. So if you don't have the IDC Woodcraft phone app, get it. It's free for Apple or Android. And the reason I came out with that app, Andy, was I wanted to give people just a quick resource to get their bits, right? Instead of having to go to the computer and search stuff up. And so you go there, you can buy your bits, and then it's like, well, can you put this information on, or can you put that information on? So
right.
Yeah, so now it's got all the speeds and feeds, all the specs, information for all the bits, most of them.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, everybody has their phone with them.
Yeah.
Wherever they are, so they don't need to run up. You're not always in front of your computer when you're.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If someone could only own 3 bits, which ones would cover the most ground?
Ooh.
It's a good question.
I have strong opinions about this.
Fire away.
Do tell, do tell.
So a 1/4-inch downcut bit, which is, and this is again my opinion, my experience. There's actually three bits that I use. I do 95% of my work with. So a 1/4-inch downcut bit, a 60-degree V bit, and a bowl and tray bit. And I'll add a 4th. You need a surfacing bit as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's funny is I grabbed exactly those before you even said them. So I got the 1/4-inch down cutter.
Yeah.
Got the I was grabbed a 90-degree or a 60-degree. I grabbed them both.
Yeah.
So 90-degree or 60-degree. So I didn't grab a bowl bit, but I did grab the surfacing bit.
Yep. I love the bowl and tray bit. I personally I have fallen in love. Like, it was one of the first bits that, I don't know, it's just unique. You can adding that, bottom radius to your trays, rather than using a straight 90-degree bit, adds a lot of character to it. So yeah, I'm a bowl and tray bit user.
All right.
Beautiful.
Yep.
All right.
So what do you say? Mr. Tom said, do we drink double when I put a link in? Yeah, absolutely. So, folks, you see this little banner going across the bottom of the screen. For those of you who didn't know, we're doing a flash sale tonight. And that flash sale is for this bit right here. It's a wide body bit. It's a 150-degree V bit. Right? So this is as wide, as steep of an angle of V bit as you're going to find, 150 degree. So this guy is for really large projects. And I just demonstrated at the beginning of the show. Let me undo this. These new clamps these are awesome. I love these new clamps. These Edge Hugger clamps. Andy, do you know about this? We're coming out with a brand new clamp.
No, I don't.
Yeah. We're the only ones going to have this. This company approached us, and so we've invested in it. And so, yeah, it's a patented clamp. So all the force goes straight down on the part. So it's super low profile. Folks, this is how that guy. Let's see if I can get that. There it is. So it's less than a 1/4-inch height and less than a 1/4-inch in. And
nice.
Apply up to, it can go up to 1,000 pounds PSI with them. It's a real high grade plastic. Anyway, that V bit. So I just ran that star. So it's a 5-inch star, and it's only a 1/4-inch deep with that 150-degree V bit. So that gives you an idea of the size of project you can do with that V bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and
All right.
I was almost thinking. So when I was doing a live show with this morning, I was thinking we should give it away. So we're giving this file away, and I was like, I should do a competition. Just see what people come up with. Give it something unique using the 3D IDC Woodcraft logo file. I would love to see what people come up with on that. So at the bottom, that big stiffy is the code that you see there to get that 15% discount on that bit. All right, let's do the next question.
All right. Is there an advantage to switch my router out for a 20K RPM over my current 12K RPM motor?
Yes. Yeah. I run. So when you're doing the smaller bits, like your 16th diameter or your 8th inch, you need to get up there. You need to get like 18,000 RPM. I like to run at those kind of speeds. But even like my 1/4-inch, I'll be running my 1/4-inch at 15,000 RPM. The beast, I run this thing at 22 to 24,000 RPM. But I'm running it at at 300 inches per minute too. What about you, Andy? You think that they should upgrade from a 12,000 RPM to 20?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right,
All
Liberty.
right. On an end mill bit, what range should you aim for concerning chip load, maximum load or minimum?
It's an interesting question. So there's other arguments that are variables that come into play on that. Okay, so you have the hardness of the wood is going to come into play. So the harder the wood, the lower the chip load you're going to want to run, right? Because it's going to be doing a lot more work.
Mm-hmm.
So I would always venture to go to the middle of the road, but then you would compensate and adjust to what you want to do, what seems to run well for you and on your machine. All right, but if you want to go by chip load, then go right down the middle. All right, I want to go back to this whole thing, reason why Andy is on board here, and because take that comment down. So, folks, Julianne, come on back in. So
Get back in here and act like you like us.
Yep, you all know. So for Veterans Day, we did a fundraiser. We were sold the wavy flag, the soldier over the battlefield cross, and we sold about $1,500 worth of files. Right. Then all that money was going to the Purple Heart Project, and so we're going to double that. So we're going to total $3,000. We're going to give to Purple Heart, and Purple Heart is there to help its organization for wounded veterans, with PTSD or physical wounds, to get into woodworking. And so we're doing that. And so Andy, go ahead, Andy, to tell your part why you're here again.
Yeah, so we created, we partnered with the Purple Heart Project as well on a different project where we made these bit trays, and we tested a bunch of bits, and in the process made 450 trays. So we are selling these for $10 a piece. It's only available once. Like once these are gone, they're gone. I'm not making any more of them. And yeah, I was going to put my bit in it, but Garrett, you got your bit in there. So it holds 10 bits, sits on your workbench. We put a little bit of a thumb hole in there. So Garrett, if you push down on the shank of that bit, it pops up and you can grab it easily.
There it is.
And so it's a nice tight fit. But all the proceeds from selling these trays are going to the Purple Heart Project. So they're $10, and for every sale, $10 is going to them. So two, I would like to talk a little bit about like what the Purple Heart Project is and what they actually do. And Julian, I know you touched on this. I'll reiterate, or I'll try to do as good as you. But what I love about them personally is that they actually fly people out or drive, but travel, hotel, everything is covered, and they bring these veterans to a wood shop and for a week, and everything is covered, travel arrangements, and they teach them woodworking. And so with hand tools, which we should teach them to use a CNC too, but wood tools are great. Wood tools or hand tools are great. But then they set them up with a workbench afterwards and give them the tools. So it's not just like, oh, we're throwing money at a blind thing and we don't know how it's being used. Like it's a really involved thing, and it's a really cool thing that they're doing in getting involved. It's not just buying them tools. It's not just saying, here you go, good luck. They're literally coming alongside these heroes and helping them with challenges that they have. So really cool thing. And that's why there's a lot of charities out there, but That's why I like this one, and it really kind of captured my heart and attention of like they're really invested in transformation. So we wanted to partner with them and not just cut MDF and test tools. We're like, well, why don't we actually make something people can use, and in the process help the Purple Heart Project. So that's what we're doing. I believe there's a link. Yeah, there's a link in the comments there. Head to that link, grab, each one is numbered. So you can actually, this one is 396 of 450. So you can actually go watch the YouTube video where we made these. And so it's a really cool, and if you're really ambitious or bored, you can go watch the 20 hours of live stream where we streamed making all 450 of them. So
you actually live stream the entire test. Okay, so the $10 for this is going. All the money's going to Purple Heart Project. So we are all woodworkers in one way or another. We know the pleasure, the reward we get out of it. I have talked to there's plenty of people who've been in the service online right now with us, right? And but you know what? There's 250 people here, 245. That's 245 of these we should be selling tonight, right? This is all going to help people that need help and need guidance. So we got the link in there. Go ahead and buy one. Buy it. You're supporting an organization. We're going to we're going to be giving $8,000 to them next week.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
And yeah. Of course, we'll celebrate this publicly too. When we do this, like Garrett, I know you share, when you're making a donation, and to kind of share in that experience with, it's your all's money. So we'll put together, I'm sure, something where we can, you'll see it happen as well and be able to experience that.
We'll put something together. Tupelo said great PTSD therapy. Harold Mayberry, I talked to him a few years ago. He sent me a message. He said, first message I got, it was so cool. He said, the stuff you taught me, Garrett, has been better than all the therapy and medicines he's ever taken for his PTSD.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
So for the CNC. And so we PFL just ordered Pete Fleshman.
Sweet. Cool. One person set up here, PCTA said Rob Cosman. That was his name. I couldn't think of it. But that's where they go to, that's the teacher. They go to Rob Cosman's shop, and that's where they learn woodworking. That's where the veterans learn woodworking. So shout out to Rob Cosman, and we're sending some support your way, brother. So
this Julianne, can you answer this question?
Oh, I put the link to their website. Oh, hold on. Just got to pop up weird. But yes, they have a section where you can fill out an application. And actually, I will put that link in as well. And you have a couple, stipulations on things that criteria you need to meet. And they accept applications from August to June each year. So we're right in the middle of it.
All right.
So let me throw that link in there and we'll get going.
All right.
Cool.
Let's get some questions there, Lib.
All right, on to the next. I'm looking to add a laser to my alt mill that can cut at least 3/4 inch plywood. Does anyone know a good brand to look at? That's thick.
Jack in the Shop would probably be the best one to.
Yep. He's likely already popped in there.
So, but here's a little bit of a warning about putting a laser on your CNC. When you have spoil board, okay, you're risking a fire. So you want to make sure if you're going to put a laser on there, especially you're going to cut that You want a laser strong enough to cut that 3/4 inch? I don't even know if like the diodes can do that.
Probably not.
Oh,
But
I don't think I've ever seen it happen.
yeah,
So
you'll have to have something to protect it from fire, and
Yeah.
have a couple fire extinguishers around.
Yeah, something I've done before is find something to prop it up, like what you're cutting up. Because typically a laser has a honeycomb, underneath it, and so if you can kind of emulate that on your CNC bed when you're cutting, you'll have a lot better results. Reduce obviously your increased safety, but you also that laser will be able to cut more better because it's a through cut and it's not that energy isn't getting absorbed into your MDF. So,
Yeah. So Jack in the shop, he's making a couple comments. He said 100% need a metal plate under there. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then also he said it will cut that depth with multiple passes.
Yeah, multiple passes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, next one.
all right. Any shows for this winter east of the Mississippi? I don't know of any.
Nope, Julian's saying no. Are we putting something together? I think so we talked about it. I think Julianne talked about putting some kind of list together for all these shows and put it on the website. So, but
I was gonna say it's kind of late in the season right now, being that it's closer to the holidays. There's not. I haven't found any that are this close.
okay.
All right. Andy did a Christmas tree tray and finished it on the bandsaw and router because of depth. Is there a longer shank of bit for those?
Yeah, so a little bit of I did this last Christmas. A little bit of context. I was cutting 1.5 inch thick material.
Okay.
So what I did is I cut as deep as I could with my 1 inch cut length. And then I cut that outline with the bandsaw and then used a flush trim bit to finish off the rest. Okay.
So for the profile, right?
For the profile, yeah.
Okay. So we have a longer 1/4 inch down cutter, but with those longer bits, you got to run a lot slower.
Yeah.
A lot slower RPM. You're going to get chatter because it's just a longer bit. But
so much chatter.
That's why you take multiple passes. I'll first clean it up with a shorter bit, and then come in with the long bit.
I just purchased your 1/4 inch long bit.
There we
How
go.
deep can I expect to cut with this bit, and how deep per pass would you recommend?
Right. Okay. Well, we solved that one. So it has 1.5 inch cut length, and the pass depth 1/4 inch. I recommend that you remove what you can with the shorter 1 inch bit first, and then come in with that. Offset it. Do your kind of roughing, and then come in with your finish. Slow RPMs, slow feed rate.
Yeah, that's actually a really smart strategy. Rather than just doing one, let's say 1/4 inch channel, right? One quarter inch profile. Yeah, do an offset. Well, do the bulk of your work with your 1 inch. You can run that faster, and then offset to the outside a little, whatever your
0.01 if you're climb cutting.
Yeah.
0.04 if you're conventional cutting.
Finish your stock thickness, and then come back and do your finish pass. Yeah.
Love the 1/8 inch IDC roundover bit.
That's
How do I register?
Liberty's favorite bit.
I know. How do I register the same registration when I flip over the cut through project to round over the backside?
Andy, have you done two-sided projects?
I have.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, so I always use registration pins. So what I'll do is I'll actually carve 2 holes in my wasteboard, and I'll carve those 2 holes in my stock, like outside of my project. And obviously everything's lined up, and I'll actually use like dowels, or I've actually used 1/4-inch bits before. You stick the 1/4-inch bits through.
Yep.
And that way, when you flip it, you have to make sure you flip it the right way. When you flip it, everything's already lined up. So you flip it over, and then those holes that you had cut in your stock are visible because you cut them all the way through, and you can line up your dowels, and you're in the same exact spot.
So you cut them into the spoil board because you need these pinholes in the spoil board. Yep. I've seen some people. Actually, I saw Vectric. They had a short. Becky did it, where she did three holes. They just randomly placed, and then for the other side, she just mirrored them.
Yep.
And so it's just 3 registration holes, and you can't go wrong with that. So there you go. I haven't done it. I want to. I was actually looking for something to do a 2-sided project on, so I can do the video for that.
Yeah, you should. My favorite one is I made a turtle tray. It's a popular file out there, or it was. This was a couple years ago. But it's actually a relief carve tray. So a double-sided relief carve project. That was challenging.
Okay.
Yeah. Had to use 3D tabs. I think that's the only time I've ever used like 3D tabs.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the 3D tabs just because it keeps the bit moving.
Yeah, that is true. That's a good point.
Okay, so folks, we got about 10, 15 more minutes. So I just want to rehash about this Purple Heart thing, right? So you guys have bought the wavy flag when we sold it for Veterans Day. All that money is going to Purple Heart, and we're matching it. So we're going to put $3,000 in. Maybe we'll just do $4,000. What the hell? And so Andy did a video. He did bit test, and he ran 450 of these bit holders. So now he's putting them up for sale on his site for $10, and the entire $10 goes to the Purple Heart Project. So there's 450 of them. So that's $4,500, and he's going to throw in another $500 on top of that. So, but when all is said and done, after everybody buys these things, which the link is going to be in the comment and in the description of the video, pick that up, and
sweet,
you'll have done your part.
Yeah, I'm shipping these all out personally. I'm signing them, packing them, shipping them, and the rest of my team is busy with other things. Garrett's probably frowning upon me right now from our latest business meeting, but I am the one that's shipping all these out, and so I see all your names, and grab a tray, and I will be. You know what I need to do is I need to send them all to Liberty and be like, Liberty, here, you're an expert at this. I don't know what I'm doing.
There we go.
Yeah. So Jared got 2 of them. I've seen quite a few people have ordered them. So yay to those creators that have that have ordered these trays, so we can help out our wounded warriors in the woodworking field.
Yeah,
give them that therapy.
And one other thing I meant to say earlier is if you are a business, or if you maybe not even in woodworking, or maybe you're looking for gifts for the woodworker in your family for the holidays, it's not just CNC router bits as well. Like this could go any router bits. But the other thing is like if you want to order 10 of them, the way we got shipping set up right now is you're charged for each individual one. But send us an email. Send me an email at andy@andybirdbuilds.com. And if you want 10 of these, we will do bulk shipping. If you want 100 of them, I may just deliver them to your house myself. I don't know. But yeah. So if you're I would say any quantities over 3, we will do special shipping for you, and so that's a possibility as well. So great gifts for people, and we're supporting veterans.
Yep. It's so cool. So nice to donate. We've donated a ton of money to organizations. So I'm going to say we're probably at $80,000 we've donated.
That's amazing.
Like St. Jude, Missing Alexis, DAV, Disabled American Veterans, local food bank. So, okay. Also, you see this banner going across the bottom. This flash sale, it's going on until midnight tonight, Eastern Standard Time. It's for this bit right here. It's a 150-degree V bit, and it's 1.5 inches wide. And you see the code, Big Stiffy there. That's the code you use to check out. You get 15% off. So it's the Big Stiffy series bits.
Love it.
Yeah. And Kyle Ely is going to be here next week. Our Black Friday sale is going on right now. So go to the website and click that banner at the top that says the sale, and it'll tell you the extra gifts that you get, and at the different price points. So, and then this file is for free. It's a free 3D file, so anybody can carve the IDC Woodcraft logo. This was really cool to make. So, all right, let's handle a couple more questions there, Liberty.
All right. What is the best use for upcut bits?
Yeah.
That's from Cable Dog.
So, upcut bits, coming from a metal cutting background, upcut bits, we always use upcut on metal. Rarely did we ever use a down cutter in metal work. So in woodworking, you're going to get tear out with upcut bits. So the thing about upcut bits is, of course, they bring if your edge quality is not hyper important, then I would do an upcut bit. If you're going to do a round over, you can use an upcut bit, right? So you do the upcut bit, and then you come back in with a round over. That's going to clean it up. And the upcut bit is doing a lot less work than your downcut bits are doing, or your compression bits are doing. Also, the other thing is the upcut bits have the bottom cutting edge on them that the down cutting bits do not have, right? So they'll make a much cleaner cut on the bottom than the down cutter.
Yeah, the first thing that comes to my mind is just chip evacuation, right? Like what is a good use? If it's going to get that, the spiral is going to pull that chip up out of the cut, rather than a down cut bit is forcing it into the cut, and you get a lot of recutting of chips. But again, it depends on your desired surface finish as well. Yeah.
So something I was just thinking of, though, if we use the beast to do all the roughing, just leave a little bit and then come back with the upcut bit, it may not get the tear out. I'll have to try that out. So we do like a 0.01 or 0.02 offset on that. Just leave a little bit of material left. I'll try that out.
Right. What is a good, easy, safe chemical to use on a bit that have a bit of wood gunk on them to clean after use? Okay, we've already talked about that.
Yeah, simple green.
Simple green. Can you blow out the spindle from the top and bottom of the spindle? I have a red line 2.2 kilowatt with my air compressor.
You should be able to.
Yeah.
If it's an air-cooled spindle, it's intended to have air pass through it. That's actually not a bad idea to do, is to blow out that spindle every once in a while. But I would blow it out from the bottom going to the top, because that air is coming from the top going downward. So sawdust is going to pack on top of things instead of on the bottom of things.
All right. What is the speed you run that 150-degree V-bit at?
Let me see what my settings are. You can go into Liberty, handle this one in the meantime while I'm looking that up.
I'm looking for a 1/16 up down cut, 1/4 inch shank, 3 flute for clean cutout and very simple inlays. So I don't have a recommendation for a 1/4 inch shank compression is what you're looking for if you're looking for an up/down cut. I do know that we have an 1/8 inch compression. I don't know the smallest compression that Jenny has, but I believe it's going to be 1/8 inch as well. So you're going to find more so down cuts in the 1/16 inch or up cuts. I know we do carry a down cut. We do carry it in the 1/4 inch. Inlays, you probably won't be going very deep, so you won't have to worry too much about that, but be aware that it does have a very short flute length, just because it is such a small bit on such a large shank. You have to work a lot with that taper down.
I don't think you need to worry about 3 flute on that, especially such a small bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll link it. We'll link what we got. So we got we got
1/4
that.
inch 1/16.
Yep. Ours is 2 flute. So the settings for this V-bit, the 150, is 17,000 RPM, 60 inches per minute, feed rate 20 inches per minute plunge, and I set it for 0.15 depth of cut, pass depth. Okay. There we go. Next.
When will the IDC Woodcraft meet and greet mastermind happen with all the show guests there as well? That will be something I'd go to.
Yeah. This is me and Andy and Kyle and all that, we've all talked about. We sat around a table drinking drinks and talked about it. So it's one of those things that's this is going to be, what did I say, Julianne? Q1. We're going to start doing something like that. Yep, she got the thumbs up. So we'll start working on that for Q1. After the holidays and after our product releases, we got 3 major product releases coming up. We got the tramming bar. And that should be right after the holidays, not the Thanksgiving holiday. The Excelsior bit, that puppy. Yep, that's going to be coming out in January or February. And then we got the Edge Hugger clamps. These are going to be coming out probably about 3 weeks.
Nice.
Yeah, lots of stuff is going on.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, gentlemen, any other closing words, statements, pieces of advice, words of wisdom?
Say again?
Any other words of wisdom?
Oh, okay. We're coming to the end. Andy, what would your words of wisdom be?
Hey, yeah. First of all, IDC team, thanks so much for having me.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. It was good.
Oh.
It's always good to hang out. Liberty, you have something?
Happy belated birthday. I swear to you, I kept thinking about it and I was in the middle of something at least 3 different times on your birthday. I had it on my calendar and everything, and I'm so sorry. But happy belated birthday.
Oh, you know what? Next week, our live next week is going to be my birthday. We'll be doing live on my birthday. Yeah. And Kyle is going to be here next week. All right. Yeah. Words of wisdom, Andy.
Liberty, you sent me a text on my birthday.
I did?
You did.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. For some reason, I thought I didn't. Oh, beautiful. Oh, beautiful.
You did. Thank you very much.
I didn't fail. I'm happy about that.
Yes.
I'd rather.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the IDC team did. That was special. I appreciate you guys.
Because you sent a follow-up text the next day. That's right.
Okay.
Or that night.
Yeah. No, but thank you so much for having me. Again, the reason I'm here is, one, to hang out with a lot of fun people and chat. It's a lot of fun. But specifically, the Purple Heart Project, get your router bit tray. There's each one is numbered, so it's cool. We've had a couple requests, like, can I get the first and the last one? I've thought about like auctioning off the first one. That idea actually came through my community.
Cool.
That would be cool.
Number one, but we'll see on that. So yeah, all 10. These are $10. Obviously, to pay for shipping, but $10 for everyone. Everyone sold that $10 goes to the Purple Heart Project. So we're trying to sell all 450, and Purple Heart, the Purple Heart Project guys, right, are supposed to be. You say they're supposed to be in town next week?
Yeah, Julianne, come on board. Next week is Garrett's birthday. Yay, alt bill giveaway.
So it'd be really cool. It'd be really cool to hand these guys a massive check, and all thanks to the CNC community and your live community here, Garrett. And that would be really, really cool. So go pick yourself up a limited edition router bit tray.
There you go.
And support vets.
Signed.
That's my closing statement.
Yeah, numbered and signed. Oh, okay. So yeah, that's it. We're not doing a giveaway today, are we? Or were we?
No, just the discount.
Okay. So 15% flash sale on the big stiffy 150-degree V-bit. All right. Well, folks, next week Kyle will be here. Andy, thank you so much for coming on board. It was very ad hoc, but it worked. And got to hang out with the brothers. For those of you who didn't get to your questions, just keep bringing them, and bring your Vector questions next week. So, all right, with that, folks, we're going to call it what's this?
My word of wisdom for y'all: we don't make mistakes; we make limited edition features. I thought that was a good way to end it.
I like that. That's perfect. We'll have to remember that one. All right, folks. We'll see you next week.
Good night, all.
Bye.